Hello everyone, so welcome to the live stream today. Very much excited for having you for the Saturday session today on the special Q&A session. Very much excited that you took the time to join us today. As always, it's a Q&A session. I'm going to be sharing with you some self-discipline techniques, or what we will call as time management skills, because as a student, one of the things you have to do is to understand how you can manage your time, how you can discipline yourself in order for you to study and prepare well for your examination. And it's very important for you to understand some nuggets, some secrets, some techniques that you have to put in place and surround yourself with in order for you to have focus to be able to prepare well for the examination, and most importantly, pass the examination. So if you are watching, share the video with others. Let's reach as much students as possible. Inform your colleagues, let them know that Nhyira Premium is live, and let's jump on. Then most importantly, if you have any questions, you comment below with all your questions. What questions you have on anything that you are studying, you comment below with your questions, and I'll be answering your questions as well for you to help you in order for you to prepare well for your examination. Today I am sharing with you what you call some time management skills, or what I prefer to call self-discipline techniques in relation to that, so that I can assist you in order for you to take your life to the next level, and most importantly, prepare for the examination, pass the examination, and excel in that case. So share the video with others. Let's reach as much students as possible, and comment below in the comment box or chat box, and whatever questions you have, you can ask me, hit me with it, and I will reply. I'll read your comments out, and I'll give you an answer in relation to that. Maybe you are studying something and you don't understand, or you are studying something and you want some clarity on, or maybe there is something that, or a topic, there is an area or a segment of the topic that you don't really understand. Just put it in the comment box and tell me about it, and I'm going to be replying to you and to assist you in order for you to prepare well for your examination in relation to that. Now, so one of the things that I believe you've all heard about, one of the statements you've all heard about, is the statement that is popularly called time management. There are many people that have spoken about time management, and I believe that it is something that you have spoken about yourself as well. But you see, there is a myth of time management that you must understand as an individual. You cannot manage time, because the time that you're using to watch this video right now, it's gone. You cannot get it back, you cannot replace it, so you cannot really manage time. Because the time it's going, you don't have control over it, so you cannot manage the time. So instead of you thinking about time management, you have to rather think about self-discipline. So in order for you to become successful, in order for you to focus, in order for you to increase your chances of passing the examination, you rather have to have what is called self-discipline techniques. So today I want to share with you some self-discipline techniques. But like I said, some people will also call it time management techniques. But like I said, time, you don't have control over time. You can make a lot of money. If you lose money today, you can make it back, because you have control how much money you can make in relation to that. But the time you're using to watch this video, it's gone. You cannot make it back. You cannot replace it. You cannot do anything about it. So the question is, instead of looking outward, time management, you have to rather look inward, self-discipline. Self-discipline. Now, in order for you to become a successful person in life, in order for you to achieve your goals, in order for you to be the person that you want to become, one of the key things that you have to understand is self-discipline. You cannot be a billionaire, you cannot be a millionaire, you cannot be successful, you cannot pass your ICA examination, ACCA examination, CIMA examination, CPA, CFA, or whatever examination. You cannot become the CEO of your company, the CMO of your company, the COO of your company, or the CFO of your company if you don't have discipline as an individual. And discipline is crock on time. So, and you don't have control over the time. The time is going, it is elapsing like that. What you have control over is yourself. What you have control over is what you would do. There is a common statement that states that you don't have control over what people do to you, but you have a control over how you respond to what they do to you. And it's very, very important for you to understand self-discipline techniques in relation to that. And today, I'm going to be sharing with you some 6 key techniques that I've used personally in my life, and to share that with you in relation to that. And you can put it in the comment box. How do you think we can really discipline ourselves to achieve our goals? How do you think we can manage time? So comment below what skills, what strategy have you been using over the years. Maybe share your experience with us on the stream here so that everybody can get the message. So comment below what time management skill, how do you manage your time? How do you do it? How do you discipline yourself? How do you get things done? How have you been able to reach where you are now? How do you achieve your goals? How do you achieve your objectives? So comment below with your best time management skills, so that we can all learn together, we can all study together. And also, most importantly, like I mentioned, if you have any questions on anything, any questions on whatever it is that you are studying, I want you to put it in the comment box, in the chat box. I will be reading all your comments also, and then answer any questions that you are having. So this is the big question. How do you manage time? But the best question is, how do you discipline yourself? So I'm going to be sharing with you 6 key self-discipline techniques that you can implement in your life today, right now. And when you implement this, it will enable you to allocate time into your life, to be able to be efficient, to efficiently use your time, and to be able to become who you want to become in relation to that. The first technique about how you can discipline yourself to become successful in your ICAG examination, your ACCA examination, your ICA examination, the first technique is what I refer to as the setting of SMART goals. Setting of goals. You see, you have to always start with your goals. What do you want to achieve? Why did you start the course in the first place? Why do you want to become a chartered accountant? So what is your goal? Every successful person has a goal. Mark Zuckerberg did not just start Facebook because it was nice. He had a goal. He wanted people in on his campus, Harvard and other campuses, to be able to have communication and share conversations with each other. And boom, it blew. Bill Gates did not just start Microsoft because it's fun to code. No, he had a goal. He wanted to provide a better operating system and work system for computers, and there are a lot of computers in the world that are running what? The Microsoft operating system. So what is your goal as an individual? There are a lot of you don't have goals that challenge you. And not only setting of goals, but you must set goals with deadlines. That is, by 30 years, I should be doing this. By 2022, I should be this. By 2025, I should be this. Okay, this exam that I'm going to, I want to become the best student. I want to be the highly scored student. Okay, I want to get 80%. I want to get 90%. You have to set goals with deadlines. And the goals must be specific. Don't be vague. I want to become successful. No. If you say you want to become successful, you've not said anything. You want to become successful in what? You want to become successful doing what? So what is your goal? That is why I said, maybe your goal is to become the most respected CEO in Ghana. Okay, in what industry? Maybe telecommunication industry or the finance industry. Okay, so what company do you want to work for? Okay, EcoBank or MTN. Who do you want to be? So the first way to discipline yourself to effectively and efficiently utilize your 24 hours is to set goals. That is the starting point. That is the starting point. So sit down. Now, don't tell me, Nhyira, I have my goals in my head. You are deceiving yourself. You cannot have a goal in your head. Every goal, every dream, every vision must be written down. It must be written down clearly in a book, in a diary, on a tablet, that anybody that runs with it will run with the goal. So you can run with the goal. So you can that goal can drive you to do the things you have to do in order for you to become successful. So don't keep it in your head. You say, oh, my goal is in my head. No. There is a difference between having a goal in your head and having it written down. There is a difference between having a goal in your head and having the goals written down. So as a student, as somebody who is rising, as somebody who wants to become successful, as somebody who wants to live his life or her life on his or her own terms, you have to have a goal. And let the goal be audacious. Let it be big. Let it be huge. You got to be scared about your goals. When you get up in the morning and you look at your goals, you should be like, oh, I got to put in more work. I got to do more. I got to do more. That is the first technique to self-discipline yourself in order for you to become successful. That is the first technique about time management. So if you want to talk about time management, the first time management skills is setting SMART goals. But I like to call it not time management, but rather self-discipline techniques. And the first self-discipline technique that I'm sharing with you is that you've got to set SMART goals. Where do you want to be? Who do you want to become? How much money do you want to have? How many cars do you want to have? What is the house you want to live in? How many bedrooms should they be? What type of car do you like? How many children do you want to have? What should be the money in your account? What should be your monthly income going forward? You have to be specific. Don't be vague. Because I see a lot of people, they say they have goals, but it's just something. You got to be specific. I want to live in a $20 million house, or I want to live in a $5 million house. I want to drive Rolls Royce, or maybe Phantom, whatever brand of car, whatever. Be specific. My salary at the end of the month, when I'm 30 years old, should be 50,000 Ghana cedis every month, or $50,000 every month. Be specific, because that is how you start disciplining yourself. That's very, very critical. If you are watching and you have any questions, comment below with your questions in the comment box or the chat box. I'll be answering all your questions for you to help you to pass your examination, discipline yourself, and take your life to the next level. So comment below with any questions you have, whatever it is you want me to share my thoughts on. Maybe you are studying and you have a problem, or you are stuck in a question you are solving and you want me to give you some guide, give you some principles. Comment below with your questions and I'll be answering that. I'm sharing with you self-discipline techniques, or what you would traditionally call time management skills in relation to that. So that is the first thing. To self-discipline yourself, or to have a self-discipline as a person and become successful, you must have goals. And like I said, don't have the goals in your head. Write the goals down vividly. Paste it in your toilets. Paste it in your kitchen. Paste it at the wall or by your bedside. Paste it on your center table. Like, let it be there so that wherever you are, you can see it. You can affirm it. You can say it every day, and that will inspire you to do what you need to do to become successful. So that's the first thing, setting SMART goals. The second self-discipline technique or time management skill I want to share with you today, in order for you to study and prepare for your ICA, ACCA, CIMA, or CFA examination, is learn to say no. Learn to say no. Now, one of the things you have to understand is that if you don't have a goal, every way it's every path you will tread upon it. You've got to have a goal. So once you have a goal, you must now learn to say no. No to what? But this is where a lot of people stop. This is where a lot of people don't become successful. You got to learn to say no. No to friends gathering. No to events that don't add value to your goals. no to social media or watching movies, no to unproductivity, no to frivolity, no to anything that does not add value to your life. You have to learn to say no. Because if you have a goal to become the most respected CEO in Ghana in 5 years' time, you see how specific I am? The most respected CEO in Ghana in 5 years' time. If that is your goal, you cannot say yes to everybody. You cannot go everywhere. You cannot attend every event. You cannot be at every social gathering. You cannot be there because the most respected CEO in Ghana now does not have that. You have to say no. Now, for you to become successful, you have to learn to say no to a lot of things. A lot of things. Because a lot of things will come your way. And this is where many people cannot walk. Because you got to learn to walk alone. Because sometimes you have to walk alone. You see, success, I believe you've heard this because it's very common. Success is like the pyramid. You see that at the bottom or the base of the pyramid, it's big, it's wide, it's crowded. See? You got it? But as you climb on the pyramid, what do you see? It becomes small. Because it's only a few people, and then the apex of the pyramid, you see it very small because it's only a handful of people who are able to learn to say no and climb the ladder to the top. This is where you gotta, one of the things I hear a lot of people say is that all work and no play make Jack a dull boy. All work and no play make Jack a dull boy. All work and no play make Jack a dull boy. You see, sometimes when I hear people make that statement, I'm like, When Bill Gates locked himself in a room for years writing the code for Microsoft, you think that he was thinking about all work and no play? When Mark Zuckerberg was writing and working on Facebook, you thought he was playing, clubbing, popping? You see, you've got to learn to be tough. Don't just let... So, am I saying don't play? Am I saying don't have recreation? Am I saying don't relax? Am I saying don't do something you love? No. What I'm saying here is that for you to climb that pyramid and be among the top, be the best person in your industry, be among the class, the high upper class people, and achieve your goals and live your life on your own terms, you have to learn to say no to 99% of the opportunities of the things that come your way. If you don't learn to say no and you say yes to everything, you will never achieve your goals. Have you wondered why there are only a few people who are successful in the world? But I can guarantee you, if you go to the average person's room, you will see that they have magazines, or some people even paste it in their house. They have magazines of a luxurious car, right? Then they have magazines of beautiful house with a swimming pool. Then they have magazines of dresses and the lifestyle. They said, oh, one day I will buy this. One day I will buy this. You will do one day, then they will go to their grave without buying anything. Because they will live a miserable life. If you want to become successful, which I want you to be, if you want to pass your examination, if you want to take your life to the next level, then you have to discipline yourself. And one way to discipline yourself is to learn to say no. I'm not going to tell you what you have to say no to. But depending on your goal and the kinds of no's that you have to say. You've got to say no to friends. You've got to learn to walk alone. You've got to learn to be alone. You've got to learn not to have anybody to talk to. You've got to learn to surround yourself with high-class people and dump low-class people. You've got to learn to work for your goals, work for your objectives, work for what you want to become. Now, do you know the fun part? The average person that says this all work and no play things, at the end of the day, they waste their lives Some people will go and sit at a pub somewhere, and you know what they will be doing? Drinking. So that is all work and no play make Jack a dull boy. Drinking. Doing things. And at the end of the day, they booze, they waste money, and your life is still stinking. What happens if you lose your job? What happens if you are not working again? What happens if should your life retrogress? No. Your life cannot retrogress. You cannot be rising, then all of a sudden, boom, you come down. No. You see this coronavirus crisis? Billionaires are losing money. People are also making billions. Why? Because they've learned to say no all this while, and they've built themselves up. And nothing can shake them. Nothing can move them. You have to reach a point where your life doesn't depend on somebody. Your life doesn't depend on your job. Your life doesn't depend. You have to be able to live life without thinking. You have to be able to buy things without looking at the price. You have to be able to order things without thinking about how am I going to pay it. But the only way you can get to that level, the only way you can achieve that goals, the only way that the car you have in your house, the houses, the drawings you have in your house, and the vision you are carrying, the only way you can achieve that is to learn to say no. That's it. That's it. You've got to learn to say no. You've got to learn to say no. I see a comment from Larrison. He said, bless up. Bless up, Larrison. So you have to learn to say no. That's it. That's it. So first thing, self-discipline techniques number one. Technique number one, set smart goals. Have the goal as a person. Don't have it in your head. Write it down. Number two, learn to say no. I won't tell you what to say no to. I won't tell you not to do this. I won't tell you not to go and chase girls. I won't tell you not to drink. I won't tell you not to do this. You have to know what is killing you and take a decision on that. Because a lot of you, your life will not turn out right, not because you are not blessed, not because you are not favored, not because the grace of God is not on your life, but it's because you say yes to everything. You can't say yes. No. I say more no's than yes. There are opportunities that come my way, people that I meet, people that I talk to, they tell me this, oh, Nhyira, I want you to do this, Nhyira, I want to do this. I said no. Oh, Nhyira, you can do this for us, you can do. I said no. I say a lot of no's. That's my life. Because if you don't learn to say no, it's going to affect you. And that is what leads me to the third point, which is, so number three, time management skill number three, or self-discipline technique number three is avoid distraction. Avoid distraction. There are dream killers, goal snatchers. There are people you have in your life, you know, they have not added any value in your life. When you finish speaking with them, you realize that virtue has gone out of you. Like when you finish speaking to them, the people you call your friend, you realize that virtue has gone out of you. You sit down and you be like, the thing the person said, what's the value in it? It's called distraction. It's called dream killers. If you want to become successful, my friend, one thing you must understand, aside saying no, is you have to avoid distraction. You want to become the most respected CEO in Ghana, and you are distracted by some things around you. You see beautiful girls, you are chasing them. You see masculine guys, you are chasing them. Hopping from one lady to another, hopping from one bar to another, hopping from one place to another, hopping from anywhere. Oh, they said there is a party here, let's go to the party. No! You cannot. You cannot. That is why you have to say no. That is why you have to avoid distraction. Now, this is where it becomes challenging for a lot of people. Because people will start calling you name. Hey, ICA baako a woyɛ, ACCA baako a woyɛ, just a small exam you are writing. Now we your friends cry when we call you, you don't come again. What cry are you doing? The person who even brought book is dead. Book killed the person. What crime you are learning? The people who are learning, where are they? Okay. So why are you not the president? Why are you not the finance minister? You think it take a joke to be a finance minister or to be a president? You think they just got up if they hadn't dealt with distraction? You think that when Mark Zuckerberg was building Facebook, that you and I are enjoying now, they weren't girls, they weren't ladies, they weren't nightclubs? You think, well, when Bill Gates was working on Microsoft, when Steve Jobs was working on Apple, there weren't a lot of things around that could attract them? No. That is the difference between the successful and the unsuccessful, the rich and the poor. Distraction, they avoid it. Anything that distracts them, they say no to it. Anything that distracts them, they say no to it. So if you want to pass your ICA exams, you want to pass your ACCA exams, you want to increase your chances of becoming successful, listen, the odds are already against you. The odds of you actually becoming successful and living the life of your dream, the odds are already against you. If we do the analysis, the odds are already against you. So you are far behind. Because the sports that you are fighting for, there are other people from a rich family, from a well-to-do family who are fighting for that same post. If you want to become the most respected CEO in Ghana, there are people who are already working to become the most respected CEO of your same age, of your same class, like that. Chances are the odds are against you. Indeed, if on top of that, you are already coming from the back, you are already 20 years behind, you are already 10 years behind, you are already 5 years behind, and you still continue to allow things to distract you, and you say yes to everything, you cannot achieve your goals. And I don't want you to be like that. I don't want you to experience that. I don't want you to have those pictures on your wall and go to your grave without enjoying them physically. You cannot have a car picture on your wall and say you are successful. You got to drive the car. You've got to live life on your own terms. You've got to become who you want to become. So the third technique I'm sharing with you today is to avoid distraction. That's it. So the Nhyira, does it mean I don't have to have friends? Select your friends carefully. It is not everybody that qualifies to be your friend. The fact that you are attending the same school does not mean somebody has to be your friend. The fact that you are in the same class does not mean somebody has to be your friend. The fact that you are in the same neighborhood, you attend the same church, does not mean the person has to be your friend. No. If the person cannot take you to the next level, the person cannot provide you with anything productive, the person doesn't qualify to be your friend. But it is hard. It is hard because a lot of you want people around you. Hey, yeah, Nhyira, I have to share my life with somebody. What kind of life is that? Who told you need somebody to share your life with? You broke. You want to share your life with who? Focus. If there are friends you need to keep, I would rather you sow up. So look for people who are where you want to be. Look for people who are where you want to be, 20 years ahead of you. So the people I have around me, they are not my mage mates, they are my fathers. And these are people I talk to on a regular basis. I share ideas with. This is what I want to do. What do I have to do about it? Okay, I assist them in relation to what they are doing. Now, they, most of the time, call me their friend. I don't call them my friend. I see them as my mentors. That is the life you got to live. And I've said no to a lot of things and I avoid a lot of distractions. That is the price you've got to pay. If you want to pass your exams, yes, primarily, I'm not just talking about ICA here. All right? I'm not just talking about your ICA exams here. I'm going beyond your ICA. I'm talking about life here. I'm talking about your success here. I'm talking about your goals here. You have to become a best person. You have to achieve your goals. You must also drive a luxurious car. You have to also be able to walk to the mall, pick things without looking at their prices, and check out with your credit card. You too, you are a person. You are a human being. You should be able to do that so. You need to be able to take a vacation to a most luxurious city in the world and spend 1 month there and come back home and not be worried. You too, you are a human being. But the odds are against you. So if you don't learn to implement these techniques by having a goal, by learning to say no, by avoiding distractions, then you cannot make it. You will carry those goals and live a miserable life and never achieve it. That's it. That's it. So if you want to become the best person you want to become the person that you have called yourself to be, you want to achieve your goals, my friend. That is what you've got to do. Avoid distractions. Like I said, I can't tell you what you have to say no to. I can't tell you don't go and chase girls, don't go and chase men. I can't tell you don't do this, don't do that. You have to decide what I need to do. Because I know a lot of you hear people like Oprah Winfrey. Okay? You hear people like Serena Williams. You hear people like Donald Trump. You hear people like The Rock. You hear people like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Tim Cook. You hear people like this and you say, I want to be like that. You think they just jump and became? No. They had a lot of distractions and they dealt with it. So if you want to also become successful, you have to deal with the distraction. So self-discipline techniques or time management techniques. How you can become successful. Number 1, set goals. Number 2, learn to say no. Number 3, avoid distractions. Comment below what do you think about these points and how you think they can assist you. And any questions you have, comment below. I see some comments here. Let me look at them. Charles said, God bless you and increase you in all your endeavors. Amen, Charles. God bless you as well. Then I see Fahad Nuhu said, you are professor. Oh, Fahad Nuhu. Fahad, you will cause me trouble. Oh. You will cause me trouble. Oh. So thank you very much. I believe that you are getting more value in what we are discussing today. So let's go to the 4th technique. So self-discipline techniques or time management skills for you to become successful. Number 1, setting smart goals. Number 2, learning to say no. Number 3, avoiding distractions. And number 4, kill the spirit of procrastination. Kill the spirit of procrastination. This is also one of the key reasons why people never become successful. It is one of the key reasons why people never become successful. Procrastination. You have to kill that spirit. If it must be done, it must be done now. If it must be done, it must be done now. Not tomorrow, not when I'm old, not when I have money, not when I am this, not when I don't put the things you are supposed to do today in the future. Oh, let me sleep small. When I wake up, I'll do it. When you have to do it now. So the 4th technique that you have to use to discipline yourself in order to allocate time to yourself, in order for you to become successful as a student, as an individual, and achieve your goals and become successful, is to kill the spirit of procrastination. Procrastination is not a good spirit. Procrastination will destroy your life. Procrastination will kill you young. The procrastination will cause you to have depression. Procrastination will cause you to fail in life. Procrastination will reduce you to nothing. Procrastination will make people laugh at you later on in life. Procrastination will cause you not to achieve your goals. So you have to kill that spirit right now. That's critical. That's critical. You must hold yourself accountable. You cannot procrastinate. You must hold yourself accountable. If you say that you are doing ICE, if you say that you are working on this thing, if you say that you are doing this thing, do it. If it means not going somewhere, do it. If it means not visiting a friend, do it. If it means not calling your girlfriend at the time, do it. Because if you're broke, somebody will take your girlfriend even from you. If you're not able to achieve your goals, even your girl, someone will take it from you. I'm talking to the guys here. So you gotta kill the spirit of procrastination. Because if you're broke, love doesn't pay the bills. Okay? Good looking six packs doesn't pay the bills. Money does. Money does. Money does. Money does. Money does. So if you're broke, one of the things you have to do is to stop procrastination and hustle on your dreams. Hustle on your dream. Oh, Nhyira, I gotta call my girl, you know? Yeah, Charlie, let's put the book aside some more. Yeah, honey, I miss you. Charlie. Somebody will come and collect your girl from you straight up. So be careful about procrastination. Be very, very careful about procrastination. That's very, very critical. Learn not to procrastinate. If you have to do it, the time is now. If you have to do it, the time is now. Hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable. Successful people don't have anybody who holds them accountable. They hold themselves accountable because they said they would do it and they do it to do it very well. So that's the fourth technique. That's the fourth technique. So technique number 1, setting smart goals. Technique number 2, learn to say no. Technique number 3, avoid distraction. Technique number 4, kill the spirit of procrastination and hold yourself accountable. I see a comment there. Let me look at it. Dominic Naba said, thank you very much, man. Now is the best time. Procrastinating anything sucks one's energy. Yeah, that is true, Dominic. That is very, very true. Procrastinating anything sucks one's energy. I love that statement. Now is the best time. Number 5. Remember I said I'm sharing 6 skills with you. Number 5. Let me sip some water. Number 5. Learn to be tough. Learn to be tough. That's the 5th strategy, my friend. You've got to learn to be tough. Self-discipline technique number 5. Time management skills number 5. Learn to be tough. Listen. You've got to be tough. You've got to be able to work under pressure. You've got to be able to work for long hours without getting tired. You've got to be able to have deadline. You've got to be ready to accept and be ridiculed. You've got to be able to be okay when you are persecuted for pursuing your goals. When people laugh at you, when people are insulting you, when people are making mockery of you, you've got to have a tough skin. Don't be emotional. People will laugh at you. Sometimes you will share your dream with people and they will laugh at you. Look at that boy. He said he will be the best CEO one day. Look at him. They will laugh at you, but you've got to have a tough skin. You've got to have a tough skin. There are a lot of inventions today that when they were reported or when they started, they wanted to pursue it those days, people were like, you don't. But these things today are ruling the world. If you want to become successful, if you want to achieve your goals, if you want to become the best version of yourself, you must learn to have a tough skin. People will insult you. People will say all manner of things against you. People will say things against you because you no more have the time for them. You no more spend the time with them. People will call you name, workaholic, dogger. They will call you a lot of names. You don't love people. You are arrogant. You are this. You are that. But you got to have a tough skin. Listen, chances are you broke. Chances are you don't have enough money. Chances are you are thinking about your job. Chances are you are... Why do you think about anything else? You've got to be tough. Listen to me. If there is anything I want you to think about and focus on from today, from right now, is your goal. And you have to give up everything else for your goal. That's very, very important. And giving up things, sometimes it means friends. Sometimes it even means your family. Because there are some people who are successful today, they have to even leave their environment. They have to even disobey some people. Now, I'm not saying to go and disobey your parents, but I'm telling you that you've got to be tough to take tough decisions that will hurt people today, but will make their life better tomorrow when you become successful. You've got to be tough. You don't have to be emotional. You have to learn to be tough, because people will come against you. People will say all manner of things against you. But if you have that goal, if really you have the objective, if really you want to become successful, then you have to have that tough skin. And work hard on your dream. Work hard on your goals. Work hard on your objective. That is how you become successful. Some of you, if people laugh at you small now, then you have given up. One of the reasons why you must have a tough skin is that you will definitely fail in life. You will fail in one aspect. Maybe you write an exam, you study, results come, then you fail. Then you will give up. No, you must have a tough skin to try again. Or you started a business, then all of a sudden something happens and you lose everything. You have to be able to be tough to start another one again. You can fail, but you got to start. You are working on a program, all of a sudden, boom, everything destroys. You got to be tough to start again. That is where faith and grace matches. The grace of God is available for all of us, but we must have faith to take the action. Because grace is like the bridge that God provides for us from where we are to where we want to become. But we must have the faith in the bridge and take an action in order to achieve what we want to achieve. So in order for you to be tough, you must have faith. Faith in what? Faith in God. Starting point. Faith in what? Faith in your goal. Faith in yourself. You have to believe yourself. You see, there is a difference between confidence and arrogance. There are some times when people are talking, people say they are arrogant. It's not that they are arrogant. It's confidence. And sometimes people mix confidence with arrogance. And you have to be careful about it. Someone can be confident and exhibiting his confidence, you will see it as arrogance because you are dumb and not doing anything and you cannot achieve anything. So you got to be tough. Be bold about your life. Be bold about your goals. Be bold about your steps. A righteous man will fall 7 times but will rise again. You're going to fall anyway, but you've got to rise. You've got to rise. Things may not go your way, but you still have to push. You still have to push, because one day, if you don't give up, you will achieve that goal. One day, if you don't give up, you will become that person. One day, if you don't give up, you will achieve that goal, and you will look back and say, wow, it was worth I took the action. It was worth I am who I am today. It was worth it. It was worth it. This is critical. This is critical. It's very, very important. Do you want to become successful? You have to learn to be tough. You have to learn to work under pressure. There are people I hear, they said, Shiramide, I don't like pressure. No. You've got to learn to work for long hours. Read autobiography of Bill Gates, autobiography of Warren Buffett, autobiography of Donald Trump, autobiography of this woman, Oprah Winfrey. Read their autobiographies and you will understand, Tyler Perry, you will understand the kind of things they have to go through in order for them to be who they are today. And now people desire to be like them. It's not a joke. You must have a tough skin because situations will happen. You will experience failure. Many people will step on you. People will take advantage of you because you are pursuing your goal. But in all of that, you need to be tough. It is part of the process. It is shaping you. That is what will separate you. That is what will refine you. That is what will cause you to climb upper on the pyramid of success. That is why only a few people, only a handful of people are at the top of the pyramid of success, are on the top of the pyramid of wealth, and everybody else is on the bottom, at the bottom, because many people are not tough. They are emotional about everything. That's the same thing. That's the same thing. That's the same thing. And then, so self-discipline techniques or time management skills for you to become successful. Number 1, setting goals. Number 2, learn to say no. Number 3, avoid distraction. Number 4, kill the spirit of procrastination. Number 5, learn to be tough. I see a comment there. Let me look at that in relation to that. Is this Abayi Joe Awedawa? Now, if I mention your name wrong, forgive me, okay? Because so let me just stay with Joe. Joe said, "Great, all right, Joe. Thank you very much." And then Joe again said, "Studying the same paper for a long period becomes boring. How does one handle that?" Okay. Now, when you say studying the same paper for a long time, what does that mean? So let's say you are doing financial reporting and you need to study financial reporting for maybe 4 months or whatever it is, and that is the only paper you want to write. I believe your question is, how do you handle it? 1, you need to go back to your goal. Why do you want to write the exams in the first place? Definitely you want to pass the exams. And you want to become a chartered accountant, and you want to become successful. That is your goal. Once you have your goal, the paper shouldn't be boring. So that's the first step, your goal, the reason for studying or looking at the paper in the first place. Now, the reason why I'm starting with that, because that is an intangible thing that can change your mindset about the paper so it doesn't become boring. Because if you know that my life depends on this paper, then no matter how it is, you will learn it and you will not be bored of it. You will learn it and you will not be bored of it. That is critical. That is very, very critical. Now, after you understand what your goal is, number 2, you must segregate the sessions of the paper. So if you are doing financial reporting, you know we have ethics, conceptual framework, regulatory framework. You know we have accounting standards. You know we have consolidated financial statements. You know we have interpretation of financial statements. You know we have, so ratios, I've mentioned that. So segregate the paper and then have a timetable where you will learn each aspect of the paper. So there are some days you will do the reading aspect of the paper. There are some days you will do standards. There are some days you will do consolidation. There are some days you will do interpretation of financial statements. So you segregate the work. So because it is the same paper, but it has different segments. So since it is the same paper and it has different segments, you have to now break down those segments and study along with those segments in order for you not to get bored. Okay, Joe? So that is what you have to do. Now, certainly there are some topics that you need to know them before you move to the other topic, like single entity financial statement. You can't do single entity financial statement better if you have not done accounting standards well. So you have to understand how the segments of the paper are connected, and then you now look at it in relation to that. So the first thing is, why did you start in the first place? All right? Why did you start in the first place? That's the first thing. Why did you start in the first place? If you understand why you started the whole thing in the first place, it will not be boring. Now, after you understand why you started it in the first place, break down the studies into the various segments. Break it down and take it bit by bit. So Joe, that is how I think you can handle such situation. It's the same paper, but it's not boring. You don't have to make it boring. The way you have to make it well is for you to break it down, ask yourself why you started in the first place, and then that is how you become successful, and that is how you overcome the boredom in relation to that. Because sometimes you are not, it's not because you are bored, but because you don't even have interest in what you are doing. Okay? So if you don't have interest in what you are doing, you become bored. That is why in order to rekindle your interest, what do? You have to find out your goal and why you started in the first place in relation to that. So Joe, that is what I will tell you about that. If you have any questions, you comment below. I see a question from Alhaji Baba from the ICA Forum Ghana group, because I shared the link in the group there. And he said, thanks for the motivation and education. It's a pleasure, Alhaji Baba. It's a pleasure for me to be able to provide you with some assistance there, right? Just seeing that I get other questions and on other places that we share the video there. All right. Okay, Joe, you are welcome. You are welcome. Right. So, time management techniques or self-discipline techniques. I like to call it self-discipline techniques. So, in order for you to become successful, what are the techniques we've said so far? Number 1, setting smart goals. Number 2, learn to say no. Number 3, avoid distraction. That is the way you will learn to say no. Number 4, kill the spirit of procrastination. Number 5, learn to be tough. Learn to be tough. You won't become successful by listening to everybody, doing what everybody wants you to do, and being where everybody wants you to be. You have to learn to say no, and you have to be tough. The 6th technique that I want to share with you, remember I said I will share with you 6 self-discipline techniques that will enable you to become successful, enable you to pass the exams, is stress management. Stress management. Now, whether you like it or not, you're going to be stressed. And you have to learn how to manage it. You will be exhausted. Your energy will be used up. As you pursue your goal, as you pursue your objectives, you will be stressed. And one of the things you must understand and do is how to manage the stress. That's very, very important. That's very, very important. So how do you manage your stress? Now, this is dependent on other people. I, for instance, when I get exhausted in relation to something that I'm doing, and like I'm tired, like I'm stressed out, I take a cold bath, then I watch an interesting movie or watch some comedy from Kelvin Hart or from Lewin here in Ghana or from, I think, MJ Comedian. Like, I watch some comedies just to laugh, to relax a little bit. Now, this is a short time. When I'm watching a movie, it has to be just a standard movie, just like that. And when I do this, I just get revived, or sometimes after taking the cold bath, I sleep. When I sleep and wake up, I'm going to be fresh and now go back to my work. So you are going to be stressed. On the ladder to become the best in your industry, on the ladder to become the most respected person in your industry, on the ladder to become the most successful person in the world, in your industry, in Ghana, in your country, you will go to stress. And you must learn how to manage your stress. There are various ways that people manage stress wrongly, by being on drugs, taking alcohol, and taking other drugs, or dragging themselves literally so that they can be high and do. No. That's a wrong way. That's a wrong way. That's a wrong way, because there is a side effect on that. Then another thing now, saying this, I don't want to really spoil someone's market though, but you've got to be careful about even energy drinks. Because there are many of you, when you are stressed, you take energy drinks. And many of the energy drinks on the market are not healthy energy drinks, because they can affect you in other ways. So you must find out how you can organically, you can naturally de-stress yourself and come back. So that is why I said bath. That is what works for me. I bath and I go to bed. Or I bath, watch a movie or watch something interesting, laugh out loud, boom, I'll be back. I will be back. So you gotta find out what works best for you. Certainly take out drug and make sure you don't be on coffee, caffeine, energy drink. Don't let it become a part of you. Otherwise it will affect you later on in the future. So find out, how can I naturally stay active? How can I naturally stay healthy? That is why exercising is very, very critical. Exercising, because when blood flows through a lot of part of your body, it helps your heart to work well, it helps your brain to work well, it gives you that level of agility, stamina to be able to work for a long period of time and not be tired. So you have to find the natural ways of managing stress. Maybe another time I will share with you some techniques on stress management in relation to that from certified medical and practitioners in relation to that, so that you will know the right things to do. Because I am always of organic, natural things, how you can naturally resuscitate yourself and not be hooked on anything artificial that will affect your life in the future. So if you want to become successful, you're going to have stress, but you have to learn to handle it. You have to learn to manage it. These are the 6 self-discipline techniques. If you want to pass your ACCA, your ICA, your MBA, your whatever examination and become successful. If you want to become successful, set goals. If you want to become successful, learn to say no. If you want to become successful, avoid distractions. If you want to become successful, kill the spirit of procrastination. If it must be done, it must be done now. If it must be done, it must be done now. So kill the spirit of procrastination. Number 5, learn to be tough, because definitely people will come at you. Definitely you will fall. Definitely you will fail, but you got to be tough, that you will rise against all odds and take your life to the next level. And then number 6, you have to learn to manage stress. You have to learn to manage stress. This is very, very important. So these are the 6 techniques. Which ones of these 6 do you resonate with, or which ones of these do you think will assist you or you have to work on? Maybe share with us in the comment box. Let's see which ones of these 6 will you implement today. All the 6, you got to implement them, because they have to work together in order for you to become successful, in order for you to pass your exams in relation to that. So I see a question from Nana B. Nana B said, Sir, please, how can you use debt as an asset? How can you use debt as an asset? Okay. So the way you can use debt as an asset, Nana B, is to, I don't know if you are asking this question in the context of investment or business, but let me just answer it. The way you can use debt as an asset is if the debt is generating economic benefit or cash for you. So for instance, you go and borrow money from the bank and you use the money to buy a car, and you are driving in town. You are the best guy. You are the new driver in town, taking funds. That debt is a liability. Okay? That debt is a liability. But if you go borrow the money, buy the car and you are using the car as Uber or as taxi. So from Monday to Saturday, the car is working, bringing you income. Then on Sunday, you use it to go and cruise. No pay. That debt has become what? An asset for you. Or you borrow money and you go and rent a luxurious house and you are living in there. Okay, you gotta live in a luxurious place or a good place though, but if your income doesn't match up with the debt you've gone for, then that is a liability. But if you borrow that same money and you rent a house or you lease a property or you buy a property and you rent it out to another people, then that debt has become an asset. So Nana B, this is the context. I don't know the context in which you are asking the question, but the way you can use debt as an asset is when that debt is used to acquire something that is generating economic benefit or cash flow to the organization. All right, so that is it about that. Or maybe Nana B, you can contextualize your question for me, then I can see if there is another way I can put it. But basically, that is the issue about that. Any other questions, put them in the comment box, put them in the chat box. Very much excited. Now, in case you missed the whole week, the series that I did, you can check the page and then you will be able to get all these videos and watch, because they will help you to take your life to the next level. I see a comment from Joe. Distraction is my major challenge. So implementing avoiding distraction. I will implement for sure. Okay, so Joe, that is excellent. So you realize that distraction is your major challenge. I love that. I love that. So now that you realize that that is your major challenge, what do? You implement it. So thank you that you'll be implementing that, and I pray with you, stand with you, that if you implement that very well, you will take your life to the next level in relation to that. So any other questions? If you have any other questions for me, you put them in the comment box or the chat box, and then let me answer those questions for you real quick in relation to that. So I shared with you today 6 techniques or strategies that you can use in order for you to become successful and take your life to the next level. Number 1, we mentioned that you set goals. Number 2, we said that you need to learn to say no. Number 3, we said you must avoid distractions. Number 4, you must kill the spirit of procrastination. Number 5, you must learn to be tough, because people will come at you. You will definitely fall, but what you gotta rise. And then number 6, you must learn to manage stress very well, because whether you like it or not, as you pursue your goal, as you work on your goal, you are going to be stressed. You are going to be facing challenges and difficulties, but you have to be able to manage your goals very well in relation to that. So that is what I'm sharing with you today, and thank you very much for joining the stream. Remember, always on the weekdays, Monday to Friday, 6 p.m. on Facebook, okay? Monday to Friday, 6 p.m. on Facebook, and either I'm teaching or I'm sharing with you some techniques in order for you to pass your exams or to become successful. Monday to Friday, 6 p.m. on Facebook. If you have not subscribed, like my Facebook page, make sure you like the page, and then you work on that in relation to that. And then on YouTube, 4:30 p.m. every single day. That is from Monday to Sunday, 4:30 p.m. every day. Either, again, I am teaching on Facebook, on the channel on YouTube, or I'm releasing a new lecture video. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel also, the link is in the comments, is also above. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, so that when we release new videos, you will be the one to be notified. So I see a question from Joseph Odro. Let me see that. Senior, I came to China to do my master's. I studied Masters of Professional Accounting, and I want to start the ICAG. Can you give me advice on that? But currently in China. Okay. So you did your master's and you are currently in China. All right. So you can do your registrations currently and start studying for the exams. But you know, in China, the ICA exams is not written in China. The ICA doesn't have a location in China in relation to that. So my advice is that since you want to do the ICA, the first thing you must do is to register with a CA Ghana. So you can visit this link. You can do registration now with CA online, and you make payments and everything, submit all your certificates and all your documentations in that case. So you visit sms.icagh.com. I have put it in the comment box, sms.icagh.com. You visit that link on a desktop and then you follow the prompts, okay, to register. You upload your files, you upload your transcript, and your certificates. Then you know the exemptions that you will get, and then right after that you can start studying. Because once you know the exemptions, since you are doing your masters, once you know the exemption you are going to get, then you will know the papers you are going to write. Then you can start doing some studies in relation to that. And then when you return to Ghana, by the time you return to Ghana or you move to another location where the ICA allows the exam or has an exam center there, you can write the exams in relation to that. But send me a WhatsApp message or connect with me on Skype, Joseph, so that we can see what we can do in relation to that. So you can WhatsApp me on 050-114-9296. Since you are in China, you add +233. So +233 50-114-9296. It is in the post of the video. Is above the post of the video. You can see the number there, 050-114-9296. You can WhatsApp me on that number, and then we will see how I can assist you in order for you to get started with the exams for the ICA. Then Abi said, so if you want to set up a business, patent don't agree with you, do you have to stop or continue with your business? And parents don't agree with you, do you have to stop or continue with your business? Okay, so you want to set up a business and your parents don't agree with you setting up a business. This is where the tough skin comes in. You have to make the decision and still work. Maybe they want you to finish a course or something like that. You know, our part of the world is different from Europe, America, and other parts where you can drop out from school and your business will be able to boom within the shortest possible time, and then you become successful. Our part of the world, it doesn't work always like that. So maybe your parents will be asking you to go to school and then make sure you get something in relation to that. So yes, in as much as you are working on that, you have to also be working on your business. Because if you are starting, you can't just stop everything and start your business and say, I'm an entrepreneur, Darby. You have to work side by side. So let your startup become a side hustle. So you are doing other things, maybe working somewhere or doing a degree or doing your ICA, your ACCA or whatever it is you are doing. But let the business be a side hustle. And keep growing it, keep working on it. Make sure you use social media, okay, on it to be able to scale your business in relation to that. So make sure you work on it. And so as you work on it over a period of time, if it grows to a certain point where you know that now the business is scaling, you are making more money from there, then you can move from whatever you are doing and now take up the business as a full-time thing, because now you are going to be having a lot of devotion, you're going to have a lot of money from it, and you'll be able to take the business to the next level. So don't disrespect, don't say, oh, okay, I'm stopping the business, or I'm disrespecting my parents and continue with the business. What I would say is that do whatever there is to be done. train yourself, have a skill, because to run a successful business, you must be skilled. If you don't have money, you must be skilled in a lot of things to be able to run a successful business before you start doing a couple of things. So train yourself, be skilled in everything that you are doing in relation to that, and let the start the business and let it be a side hustle. And like I said, use social media. There are whatever business you want to start now, social media is the way forward, and there are ways you can use social media in order to increase your business. So Nana B, that also I could give you some recommendation and some advisory recommendations on that. So you can WhatsApp at 050-114-9296, and I can see what you can do and how you can use social media to really set your business up and then keep it running and make some money out of your business, out of your idea in relation to that. So that is it about it, Nana B. So Joseph, you messaged me. Okay. Nana B said, sorry, Joseph said, oh, okay, Senior, thank you very much. It's a pleasure, Joseph. So you can send me message. You can also connect with me on Skype. My ID is Premium Educator. That is my Skype ID, Premium Educator. So for those of you who want to connect with me on Skype, Premium Educator, you can connect with me. If you want to WhatsApp or call also, 050-114-9296, 050-114-9296. So that is it in relation to that. So Nana B said it's pig farming. Okay. So like I said, I'll be running some sessions as well, like on the live stream here on entrepreneurship, because it's one of the things that I am highly on, because people must be able to run their own thing. So for now, what I will tell you is that you can send us a message 050-114-9296 on WhatsApp, and I can provide you with some strategies on how to get it going in relation to that. And I'm schooling at ICAG to say, okay, yeah, it's not a big deal. You can be doing your ICA and your pig farm business will also be running alongside. All it takes is that you must implement these 6 strategies that I gave you. It means you must remove distractions from your life. You must say no to other things and focus on these 2 things very well, because you shouldn't let the pig business take your time, so you can't learn for the ICA exams, and you shouldn't also spend all your time on the exams and ignore your pig business. There is a way you can do the 2 together and focus, later being focused, and become successful in relation to that. So you can send us a message 050-114-9296, and then we can see how I can provide you with some strategies on how you can blend the 2 and take your life to the next level in relation to that. So this is where I'm going to be ending today. It's been a fruitful week. Like I said, Monday to Friday, 6 p.m. live on Facebook. I'll be coming your way, sharing some strategies with you, or lecturing and answering your questions for you. And then 4:30 p.m. every single day on my YouTube channel, I also release new lecture videos or studies or teach in various things in relation to that. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell notification icon, because if you do, you will be the first person to be notified anytime we release new lecture videos. We have lecture videos, over 350 lecture videos already, covering almost all the subjects that you can think of, almost all the topics in relation to that, and we keep on releasing new content every day in order to assist you so you can prepare well for your examination. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. Remember to also like my page on Facebook, and also follow me as well, so that if I go live like this, you will be the first person to be notified, so you can join the stream and ask your questions, and I'm gonna be answering all your questions for you to assist you to become successful and definitely take your life to the next level in relation to that. So thank you very much for joining the stream today. And I'll see you same time. I'll see you on Monday, 6 p.m. on Monday, as we continue with our sessions like this. And we're going to be doing this, okay? We're going to be doing this. And like I said, I'll be sharing also some things for entrepreneurs, rising entrepreneurs, so you know how to run. Because one of the things you have to do in this time of the coronavirus, employers, people losing their jobs, is to have some side hustle which generates some money for you, so you don't have to be at the mercy of somebody. So keep on following me. I like what you're doing. We see a spike in our YouTube channel subscription, and a spike also on the Facebook likes and following. So keep on doing it, and I know that together we can make the world a better place. Thank you very much for joining the stream today, and I'll see you on Monday at 6 p.m. as we continue with our discussions on what we are doing for the ICA examination and also how you can become successful. Take care and stay safe.